Hi, this is Dr. Sandy, and we are here with Javier Vega. He just had surgery with us. He's getting around 24 hours post-op, and he will share his testimony and his experience here at our hospital facilities and his traveling here to Mexico.
Thank you. Well, like I said, my name is Javier Vega. I just want to share my experience here with Dr. Sandy and her entire staff. From day one that I got in contact with them, where I made the decision to have this surgery, which is a life-changing decision. They made everything easy for me all the way from my first contact, which was Ricardo. Every time I had a question for him, he answered in a very fast, as soon as possible. I never had to text him twice to remind him anything. He was very upfront about everything that was going on. Like I said, any question I had, he was able to put me in contact with whoever I needed to talk to. After that, I actually had a couple more questions for Dr. Sandy personally, and right away she was able to set up an appointment with me to have a conversation through video chat. And all three, her and Ricardo, were present at the time. And again, any question I had, it was answered completely. I had no doubts going into this procedure of anything that was going on. They showed nothing but class, respect, very knowledgeable and everything. Were very patient with some of the questions that I had were a little bit out there, but they were very patient with me as well. And flying in, everything was taken care of for me even before I flew out. Ricardo and Enrique, another one of their staff members, has set up everything for me, even from the driver. Sergio, great individual. He made everything easy for me, put me at ease as soon as he picked me up, introduced himself, kind of asked me why I decided to do this life-changing decision. And it was something that just communicating with me put me at ease of the entire process. I know for some U.S. citizens, it can be scary coming from across the border into Mexico, thinking just from when they read in the news and all the parts that are having issues right now, that people are it's a scam or they're gonna do certain things to them. I can guarantee you that with Dr. Sandy Martinez and her staff, everything's legit as should be. I'm living proof of it. We were put in one of the best hotels here in Tijuana. Very friendly staff everywhere we went. Eduardo was another one of our drivers that drove us from the facility to the hotel and hotel back. Great individual as well. Same thing as Sergio. Very communicative, asking me about my morning, if I needed anything. I was taken care of from day one up until this moment, and continue to be taken care of. As far as the procedure go, I like to think and give credit to myself that I did a great job following the diet.
Yes, you did.
And the procedure was able to go without any flaws. So I honestly didn't feel anything. Obviously, coming off of surgery, you have those web eyes where you see everything blurry, and you're kind of waking up from the anesthesia. But they were constantly communicating with me, letting me know how are you feeling, what's your pain level. They kept constantly asking me questions to make sure that they knew I was taken care of, and anything I was feeling, they were responding to as fast as possible. They helped me from getting off of the surgical table to recovery to my now room, which is me and my companion that came with me. Everything's been great. I can't say enough good things.
Thank you very much for all. You already took all the topics, but what you told, it's very important that you did a very good pre-op diet.
Right.
I didn't tell you this before we did the interview, but you did do a very good job with your pre-op diet. And if you wouldn't have had, probably the surgery would have been impossible.
Right.
This was a very important part. It was key in us performing your surgery. Thank you because of that. And it's very important to follow the pre-op diet to shrink the liver, to have a better visibility at the time of the surgery. So you did do a very good job in that part, and you prepare yourself for surgery.
Right.
It's not just leaving everything to the surgery, it's preparing yourself, your mindset, your body for this process.
Right. And I like to add too that I was the type of individual that I work in construction, so most of my time was spending all day at work. You eat at when you can, but the thing that I found for me is that as soon as I eat, I would get tired. So I got to a point where I wouldn't eat throughout my entire 10 hours shift. But as soon as I got home, I would show up home starving, which was, instead of having my normal portion for dinner,
Yes.
now I was eating 3 portions just to make up for the hunger that I was feeling.
Okay.
And on top of that, I was a very fast eater, so I wouldn't give my body enough time to process that I'm getting full as I'm going. So out of nowhere, I was three plates in, and out of nowhere, it's like, okay, now I'm full. Well, obviously that played a part into me, but when I made this choice, again, it's a life-changing decision. I won't lie, it was very hard in the first week to go from a guy that used to eat dinner and on top of that peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a tall glass of milk right before bed to now staying under a certain amount of calories and only eating white meats and a lot of vegetables, which was one of the things I was not happy about. But in my mind, it takes once you make that type of decision that you want to do this, it takes a lot of work, and it's not easy, but it's definitely worth it, because I'll be honest with you, and I was already, before I started talking to my sisters who have also had this procedure is done, my mindset was already that I knew I was going to have a short life just because I never took care of myself health-wise. And when I made the decision and knowing that I'm going through with it and putting the steps that I took towards the diet and all the pre-op diet and, you know, the diet going into the surgery, now the surgery actually being done, it definitely flipped the switch in my mind that, okay, I don't have to have that mindset that I have a short life. I can have a healthy, long life. And this is one of the steps I'm taking towards that. But for anybody thinking that it's just, oh, I'll just go there and get my stomach cut out, it doesn't work that way. If you're not there mentally and prepared to make the changes mentally, it's not going to work.
Yes.
So I just want to make sure anybody watching this, it starts as soon as you're pre-op, you make that decision, it has to start at your diet, and it's very important that it starts at your diet.
Yeah, excellent advice. We should listen to Javier, because this is the key point, to do our part to work with the surgery. And as everybody thinks that it's the easy way out, that you just have surgery and you lose weight, it's magic. It's not like that. It takes a lot of work. It's struggling every day with what we want to do and what we have to do.
Correct.
But as you tell us, it's worth it 100%.
Yes,
it will change your life completely, your mobility, your as well. I don't know what you have to say about this, but you feel better with yourself, right?
Yes, of course.
You feel better with the decisions that you're making.
Of course. And it's it plays a part in a lot of confidence as well. Even though I know that the more I lose weight, the more confident I'll be when it comes to shopping for clothes or just going out. I don't have to feel that all eyes are on me as the biggest person in the room. It's a human nature, whether people do it to be mean or just do it out of natural. It's a natural thing that a person my size walks in somewhere, people are going to turn and stare, whether they do it in a bad way or not. It's just a matter of fact. So this definitely works into a point where little by little, and the more I lose weight and the more I work on myself, it'll be bringing my confidence up where, oh, not as many people are looking towards me as before. So I'm not so anxious about having to go out to the store, grocery shop, and stuff like that. Because that also does play a part, being a heavy person, where it's like, I really don't want to go because I know everybody's going to be looking at me. And even things like, is there going to be a chair that I actually fit in to be able to sit and stuff like that. So it's one of those that I can already feel my confidence just thinking about, man, when I get back, as long as I put in the work and I keep doing my diets and I keep doing my walking and my exercises, I'll get to a point where I won't even have to think about the chairs or the people. It's just, this is what I want to do. I'll be able to just go do it and do it. So it's definitely a process. I don't think of it as it's a solution. It's a process throughout the whole thing. And this process continues for the rest of your life. And as long as you work it, you'll get everything you want from it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing this.
No, thank you, honestly.
Because it's important to other people that are in the same situation to know that there's a solution. Of course, we have to work with it, but there's a solution to their situation. And what better to hear it from somebody that is going through this process. So thank you very much for sharing. Thank you for confidence in our team, in Dr. Sandy. We do it with our heart. We enjoy very much what we do. And I'm an instrument of God to help you, to help other people in your situation. And really, really, this makes me happy. This gives me a purpose of life. And thank you for the trust in our team.
Thank you, and I want to thank Dr. Sandy and her entire team. Everything's been great. I have zero issues with anything. Everything I've needed has been taken care of as soon as possible. So
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for watching.